To give a small community update, there seems to be some confusion around what is Pixel Powers TCG. So remember, Pixel Powers TCG is an in-person deck building, solo or versus, draft or constructed deck building challenge experience. So you can play this solo, you can play this versus. It is primarily an in-person game. So what happened basically was back in 2022, we hired a Fiverr artist and got them to sign the contract that all of the art was theirs, and turns out it wasn't. So this is what the cards look like from the manufacturer. Here's the back. I won't keep these on screen too much because I'm not sure exactly how much of this art is stolen. But basically the Instagram community we built, when we started posting the photos of this old art, they let us know that the Fiverr artist had stolen these pixel art. So we completely scrapped all of the art and a few of the text that we had, and we've updated now to the new slime cards that you see online. So that being said, Pixel Powers is an in-person game. The Kickstarter funds will go towards purchasing the new set of cards so that I can fulfill and ship them to you. I've already done multiple trial runs with this manufacturer. The cards that I used for my other board game, Topega, obviously smaller versions here, but I used the same distributor, the same manufacturer to print these cards, as well as my first trial run of what used to be called Pixel Rush. This is what one of the 24 card pre-constructed decks look like, but again, all this art was stolen by the Fiverr artist, so we had to go ahead and scrap it all. Now I've redone it. I've redone all the art. It's all our own now, and the confusion comes in here when I'm talking about the online game, and I'm using the online game to showcase the card functionalities, what the game is about, and how the game flows. The Kickstarter is not to fund the online game. The online game is here to primarily build confidence for our potential backers so that they see how much time and effort has been spent into this project. I'll just hop over here to my GitHub. This is a private GitHub repository under my GitHub called Pixel Rush. So if you go look at my GitHub, you won't see it, but I just want to go ahead and look at the code frequency here. You can see my first commit here was back in April of 2023, but you see the initial commit was actually 2K lines. So I had actually been working on this project since January, but I only decided to put it into version control, GitHub in April. So I've been working on the online portion of the game all year. If you just take a quick gander at the additions here, we're talking about roughly 8,000 lines of logic. Not that lines of code is indicative of quality or anything, but basically, yeah, there's about 8,000 lines of code that I've programmed here over the last year to enable this online functionality. So this online functionality is only to serve as a, hey guys, this is how you can play, this is what you can do, these are the cards, go ahead and go to Pixel Powers TCG, you can browse the card library, you can read all the cards text, you can start theory crafting, but what I want you really to be able to do is go play now. And you can play, a constructed mode, and you can launch into the game. I want everyone to be able to play the game before they actually want to back. So that being said, the game is only currently available on desktop. It does not really work on mobile. I mean, it does. It's just that there's a few limitations and the gameplay won't flow exactly as you're expecting, for the main reason because you can't click and drag the cards in your hand to the discard pile on mobile. That's the main limitation, so that's why I'm saying it doesn't work on mobile right now. If you visit on your tablet, you'll have a decent time playing, but again, you can't click and drag to the discard pile, and you can't click and drag to play, but instead I've enabled a double click feature so that if you are playing on your tablet, when you have cards in your hand, you can just double click to play them instead of clicking and dragging, but I've yet to figure out the discard for the mobile, so I'm working on that. So that being said, for people that don't have access to a desktop or a laptop, I am working on a printable version of all the cards for free. Obviously, I'm not sure where I'm going to host this yet, if it's going to just be a link in my Instagram bio, or if it's going to be a link on my website and you can download it from there. I think it'll likely just be a Google Drive link on my Instagram so that I don't have to pay the cost to my server for hosting and serving these files. So likely going to be there, but when this printable version is ready, for all of you guys that only have mobile, that you want to play the game, or anyone who just would rather play in person, there's going to be a free printable version of the cards before we actually launch our Kickstarter. So we're officially launching our Kickstarter on October 10th. And guys, remember, the Kickstarter is for the physical cards. So again, these are the old cards that had the art stolen. We are going to be printing a full set of the Slimeverse cards, okay? So let's just go ahead and take a look at our Kickstarter. We see here 5 people are already following our project in the pre-launch page, guys. Thank you so much for this. Now let's go ahead and view the page. So this is what the page looks like. That you guys can't actually see your what you're going to be receiving quite yet. But if we go to the rewards, and we take a look at the basic pledge. So the basic pledge is going to be $20. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the rewards that will be offered to you guys. You guys can't see this, but you will see this on October 10th when we officially launch. So the basic pledge here is $20, and you're going to get the base game. So what is the base game? You're going to get 1 card of every single hero. You're going to get 2 cards of every single slime. You're going to get an assortment of 11 item cards. But of course, you'll have at least 1 of each item card. And the other item cards are not provided to you randomly. Everyone is going to receive the same item cards. It's just that, for example, I think you get 3 perches and you get 3 shovels, but I think you only end up getting 1 or 2 swords or 1 or 2 ancient tablets, just because you don't need that many. Perch and shovel are the more important cards. So it sees here you can have 4 in your deck, and the base game actually provides you with 3. So then we see here you get your resource pack. So you get for the resources, you're going to end up getting 2 of each vat, 2 of each bucket, and 1 of each vial. Again, because the vials aren't as important, you're going to be running the vats and the buckets in your deck mostly, unless you have a homogeneous slime solution here. You might only be running the blues, for example, but that's more of a rare situation. And then you're going to get your magic cards, 8 magic cards. 1 of each different base card. So in the base game, you're getting at least 1 of every single card that you see here in the browse card library. And for the slimes, like, you get 2 of each. For the item cards, you get multiples of each, 3 of some. You get 1 of each of the rune cards. You get multiple of each of the resource cards, except for the vials. You get multiple of each of the magic cards. You get 8 of these. I think you get 2 flights, 2 portals, and 2 sites. Maybe only 1 quake and 1 recycle, because they're not as important. But again, all of these card lists will be available online on October 10th. So really looking forward to you guys funding the project. Thank you to those who are already following on the pre-launch page. Again, link is in the bio. Let's get this to 10, because once we get 10 people signing up, we can get a visible follower count. So really excited to launch. See you guys on October 10th. Thanks for your patience. In the meantime, enjoy the online game, and we'll be working on the free printable version, as well as potentially getting this online game working better for mobile. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Powers out.